Damn, I hate a shy bitch.
All right, welcome back to Forever Shy, Never Shy. You check it in right now with Forever Shy Terry. I have a beautiful co-host with me today, guest appearance today. I caught her off guard.
Yes, Lord. Hi, people. I'm B Richie. Be Rich. Her or Be Rich, all that good stuff from Bro Code by B Richie.
Okay. Tell us some more about Bro Code by B Richie.
Okay.
When did Bro Code by B Richie come about?
It came about with me being at school at Illinois Media School. I was there from 2017, 2018, and with me doing radio TV as my major, we had to create all type of different little stuff. We had videos, we had commercials. I learned how to fly a drone.
Okay.
Just a bunch of different stuff. And with that different stuff that we had to do, I had to create like a 45-minute show, radio show. And with me creating that show, it just gave me the layout of what it would be to create a real show. Shout out to my teacher, Keith. Like, he's the, I want to say, he's some type of director with programming at WGCI.
Right.
With him, like, being my mentor, he pretty much gave me the scope of everything. I had to do my show, so I did my show, and he had it to be turned in maybe a Friday. I was so, like, adamant about it being good because we had selected music that we had to play in between. Like, it was already picked out. It was Illinois Media Underground artists, right. And it was just like, I have to make this something. Like, ooh, I'm being like on my podcast with no cursing. I had to make it something, okay?
You can say whatever you wanted to. Forever shy, never shy.
Damn, I hate a shy bitch.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Say whatever you want to say.
Oh, you just made my headphones come off saying that. Oh, the disrespect I just heard in these headphones. No, I'm just playing. But with me doing that, I already had like a scope of how I wanted my show to go as far as Bro Code. But for the actual project, I didn't end up turning it in. It was due on Friday. I turned it in Monday. Like, please don't give me an F, but I just had to make it mine. Like, I hear this whack-ass music that I got to put along with it. I just need it to be good enough for you. And by the time Monday came and he got back to me, he was just like, it was worth the wait. Like, you earned this A. So with that layout, I created the Bro Code layout.
Right.
And of course, it was way more stuff in there because it was 45 minutes with music. But for the most part, that's what made it come about. Like, that's how Bro Code was created.
Okay. And how long? So it's called Bro Code, right?
Yes.
Is it a bro on the show?
No, I am the bro. I'm the bro and the sis, okay?
Okay. So why is it, what's up with the name?
Bro Code?
Yeah, why is it Bro Code?
Originally, the inspiration came from my best friend, Preston. Like, he passed away.
Shout out to P Nasty. Graduated 8th grade.
You know, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
But with him, like, we used to sit around and just talk. Like, I go randomly to see him, and when we seen each other, it would be unlimited conversation. Like, the nastiest, dirtiest stuff that he did to females.
Okay.
Stuff he wanted to do to females, and it was just like a comfort level that he had with me that I see that a lot of people have with me. Like, I'm just a cool individual.
I'm not that comfortable right now. I don't get it.
Oh, you're not that comfortable? No, why
I'm not getting that vibe today.
You're lying. You're lying. He's lying, people. You definitely get comfortable around me, okay? Like, I'm a pretty cool individual. Like, we'll see. Like, as far as talking, like, everybody could talk to me, and, you know, so from there, when he passed away, I had, you know, like, I have to do something. I really want to follow my passion. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really want to follow my passion, but it just made me be like, okay, I have to do it. And I went back to school, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. With me creating that show, it just brought back all those type of vibes, and from there, I created Bro Code by B Richie.
Okay, cool. Going into P Nasty, going into Preston, I was my freshman year of college. I went to school super late, so it was my freshman year of college when I heard about Preston. always one of them like light up the room type of like energy, like
Yes, the
super cool,
energy
super
is
cool
crazy.
vibe. Never like a do too much type of person, but very like just a person that everybody like to be around. So when you hit things about those, like when something happens to someone with that type of energy, is just draining. Even if you
Yes,
wasn't the closest to the person, because we wasn't like, we probably hadn't had a more than a 10-minute conversation since elementary school. You know what I'm saying? We used to see each other a lot, and I shot videos for Cody and stuff like that. And Preston was in a few of those in those videos around that time.
Yeah.
And I had just finished shooting some videos for Cody before I went back to school. And I heard that was just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it tore me up because we literally was supposed to be with him that night, and we decided to go to another club. And with us going to another club, like, I think I got home and I text my friend because I'm looking on Instagram. Like, Instagram had really just started popping in. I'm looking on Instagram and I see him and somebody else picture in the background, and all I see is his braids. Like, it was a Saturday, when everything, like Saturday, Sunday morning when everything had happened. Like, I'm texting her like, girl, we gonna go over there Sunday and talk about this party, talk about what happened to him at the party that he went to. It's gonna be crazy. And before I can really wake myself up, I was getting a call that he was in the hospital and he had been shot. So it was just like overwhelming to me by the time that I got to the hospital. Like, literally walking through the hospital doors to meet up with everybody else, he had just passed. So it was a tragedy for me. Like, it made me reevaluate my life and everything that I was doing.
Right. So that kind of lead me to a different question. It's just getting to know you and on a different topic, different level. There's a big push for men's health, for black men's health specifically, or black people's health in general, but it's a big push around black men's health and around a lot of black men maybe having PTSD, or black people having PTSD with the shit that we see on social media every day. You know, like we had the situation in El Paso where a guy comes into a Walmart shooting. They don't show the video, right? But like a cop shoots a black kid and they show that shit like every other post. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all over the news. And so it's a lot of talk about black people having PTSD from constantly watching that. And even more talk about people that come from these type of communities, the south side of Chicago, west side of Chicago, things like that. Seeing things, you know what I'm saying? Seeing things that nobody should have to see, especially at a young age. Lil Herb is supposedly naming his next album PTSD.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like the push behind men's health?
I think it's
PTSD.
very important. I think it's pushed by one of the gurus to do it, my fairy godfather, Charlemagne the God.
Okay.
With him pushing it, I think it'll get more light, as it should, because a lot of people play it off. Like, even with me talking about my best friend Preston, I just feel like a lot of people push things in the back of them so they'll be numb to a lot of what goes on naturally. Like, once you become accustomed to death, as sad as it is in Chicago, it's like you go numb to it. You don't want to talk about it, you don't want to think about it. It becomes normal, or you use different coping mechanisms as far as weed, drinking, pills, whatever, you know, you may choose. It's just different things that people use to cope.
Absolutely. So to lighten the mood a little bit, right?
Yes.
We're gonna get on the lighter note.
Please.
So you see Skopatumana on Twitter. You on Twitter?
A little bit.
So you ever seen the term Skopatumana?
No, what?
That's like the unpopular opinion. Like you see.
You know what? I think I did see a little bit of it. Like, I might have.
Yeah.
I really don't be on Twitter how I should, but I seen like maybe one or two of them.
Yeah. So basically, they say Skopatumana and they put a topic up. Like, it might be a rap artist. It might be the word just horny. It might be the word Thanksgiving, whatever. So it's like, what's your unpopular opinion, your personal stance on this particular topic? Okay. So I'm gonna throw a topic at you. You're gonna give me an unpopular opinion on it.
Oh God.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready for the first one? Chicago food. What's your unpopular opinion on Chicago foods?
Okay.
You better not say nothing about Uncle Remus being better than Harold's. Get your Southside car revoked.
I mean, no, I'm all for Harold's. I'm all for Sharks. Like, the pizza ain't all that to me. Like, I could do everything else. Like, the pizza is pizza. Like,
The pizza not so Giordano's not that.
The pizza and
Capri.
the hot dogs is just like
Yeah, I don't fucking know hot dogs.
exactly
Yeah.
like it's not a big deal to me. Like,
It's
give me
overrated.
a gyro, give me mouse sauce, give me 4 wings with lemon pepper. Like, give me Chicago shit. Like, if we're talking Chicago.
So I mean, like have you ate pizza in other places?
Yeah,
It's horrible.
New York.
New York.
Like the other, I
New
would
York,
say other, pizza.
I think they food better than ours in general. That's the only city I can give it to.
I don't
on
know
food.
because they food trucks was good, but for the most part, like I've been somewhere everywhere, like out the country, in the U.S. and for me, it's just like 2 popular places that I haven't been is L.A. and Vegas, so I can't speak on their food.
Trash.
But other than that, I done had some of, like, there's no place like home.
What city? Okay, outside of Chicago, what city you feel like got the best food?
Maybe Atlanta too, just because like they got that down south southern.
They
comfort.
culture kind of food though, cause ain't nobody from there. You go to
Come on,
Atlanta,
ain't
like
nobody
it's hard
from
to
there.
meet somebody from Atlanta. They'd be like, yeah, I've been for 6 years, but I'm from DC. I'm from South Carolina. Ain't nobody from. I'm like, who the fuck from here? Like,
Yeah,
crazy
everybody
going to
that
Atlanta.
moved down there. But you talking about the food. If we talking about the food, they got that good comfort food. You got to go to them southern restaurants.
You know who food was trash? Shockingly,
Oh,
New Orleans. I was shocked.
I haven't
The
been there.
seafood
Like
was
that's
like
another popular place that I
garbage.
haven't been. But I'm like, I want the beignets. I want.
I'd take 2 fish over New Orleans. But this is the thing though. When I was
Really,
out there,
2 fish over New Orleans food?
I would. But
Like
the
that
thing, y'all
gumbo
been to New Orleans? Y'all been to New Orleans? Okay, New Orleans food. So this is the thing. Like, when I went out there, I was talking to people, and I was like, "Why is the food trash?" Like, not to be disrespectful. Why is the food trash? And because I thought the seafood, it's like the seafood capital of America. It seemed as
Oh
if.
my God, how did you doing?
And they was like, you have to go to somebody auntie house to get.
That
Like
good.
the restaurants is not selling the good New Orleans food.
What about Popeyes?
I don't think I went to Popeyes. I don't think I'm getting on the plane and going to Popeyes.
You still gotta go there. Like that's Louisiana.
You're right though.
I think somebody on my story is somewhere they end up being in New Orleans and going to Popeyes, and it was just like it was a different type of
Right.
experience at Popeyes just because that's where it originated from.
I might should have went there then. Maybe I
Like
missed out on
talking
one.
shit.
I might have missed out on one.
Oh, your phone ringing? I'm
No,
like, oh.
we on to our next. We on to our next unpopular opinion. High school.
I don't know, cause I had a ball in high school. Like, nope, nothing negative to say about Julian.
Really? What? Really?
Nothing to say
Really?
negative about Julian.
I'm so glad I ain't had to go to Julian. So when I was in 7th grade, I went to Fernwood on the next block. When I was in 7th grade, I was in 7th, 8th split because I was fake smart. So like all the 8th graders.
Fake smart.
Yeah, when I was in 7th grade, all the 8th graders I was in class with, they all graduated and went to Julian. And by the time I got halfway through 8th grade, all of them had dropped out. It was like, we are not walking. They had
Nah.
They had all dropped out. They said they had to walk through the other side of 103rd. They had to walk through 10th grade to get to school, and they was like, them niggas is on our heels every day. Fuck this shit.
They said fuck school.
And they did.
That was because they was on some gang banging shit. If they was on some smart shit like you,
They would have got their ass
it
out
would've
of the
been a
neighborhood.
breeze. It would have been.
Nah, they would have just got their ass out the neighborhood.
It would have been a breeze. Nah, I'm not accepting that. Just because I did an 8th grade program at Julian.
Right.
So
you was
that
in it early.
That was one of the reasons I went to, because I had like an English course there. So by the time my senior year came, I had all like bullshit classes, but not really bullshit classes, because it was really the things that I was interested in as far as journalism, computer imaging. I had radio TV as my major, so I had 2 periods of that.
Right.
It was just like a bunch of extracurricular classes pretty much. But yeah, I didn't have no English class because I went there for 8th grade, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing, sir.
I would say my stance on high school was like, I didn't learn shit except for how to deal with people.
Nothing
Like
valuable.
I became like a good judge of character, and I learned how to deal with people, which was a very, very valuable lesson in life.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I didn't learn nothing from 8th grade to college. I didn't learn anything. Like when I got to college, I didn't know how to like use a comma correctly. I didn't know how to do algebra.
What high school did you go to? Why are you talking about Julian?
Simeon.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, I was at Simeon.
I knew it.
How did you know?
I knew it because Simeon people don't know how to spell.
Hey,
like
chill out,
y'all don't know how to spell.
Because Julian wasn't
like,
the best academic school either.
Y'all got by on sports, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Sports, fashion, shit like that.
Exactly.
Girls.
And we didn't have.
We had like the best girls in Chicago.
I don't know
Next
about
to
the best
Kenwood.
girls. I don't know
After
about the
Kenwood.
best girls. Like, I'm pretty sure a couple of schools will want to argue with you about that. I ain't even gonna say Julian because we was just like the girls seemed like they was known for fighting or something.
Yeah, you was part of that, weren't you?
No,
I heard about you.
No,
Did
you
some
ain't.
research.
No,
I did some research.
no, don't lie on me.
Nah.
You ain't do no research.
Nah.
I was a good girl.
I'm surprised you was. You like a Morgan Park type.
I hung with the Morgan Park girls too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I end up knowing, Cody and Preston.
Okay.
I knew you went to Simeon when you said the commas.
What? Yeah, I was horrible. I actually got like a good. When I tell my story one day, because I be telling them I'm a teacher now. Right?
Oh wow, what school you teach at?
I teach at Dunn Elementary School.
Okay.
Down the street. I can't say that. Fuck. Okay.
You're a teacher.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying, and I teach kids, and it's crazy because I was such a bad student. Like I didn't go to school a lot in high school. Like I missed hella days. Like they had to like just. It was so many of us that should have failed senior year that they just let everybody go.
Mm-hmm. Sound like Simeon.
Yeah, it was really bad. I think it was like 90 people that was like qualified. That met all the requirements to graduate out of like 452.
Wow.
492.
God
kids.
bless you. What year you came out?
2008.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, you an old head though.
You tried it.
Yeah.
This grandma looks great, okay?
So I'm gonna tell my story.
Old head, like nah. You came out a year under me, like.
Yeah, I was horrible too. I had like a 1.8 GPA in high school.
Oh my God, Lord.
They let anybody teach.
Don't say that. My kid is getting ready to go to school.
I bounced
Lord.
back in college. I had like above a 3.0 in college, so it was just.
Okay.
It was like I couldn't apply myself. I couldn't focus to Simeon. It was crazy.
Yeah, for me with learning, it's just like if it's not challenging, I'm not gonna be interested. So,
Right.
like when I got to high school, college, I played just because it wasn't challenging enough for me. So, I can understand Simeon not being a challenge for you. You just like F school.
Okay.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, nah, it wasn't. Okay, you just kind of gave me an exit to kind of just like excuse myself, but that wasn't really the thing. I was just lazy. I stopped caring. Simeon was pretty safe, but 79th was crazy. So
Talking about 79th was crazy.
79th was crazy. So
Not that crazy.
Nah, 79th was crazy, and I had to deal with y'all on 103rd. I used to take the bus and hop off on 103rd.
You want to know something even crazier?
Yeah.
I went to grammar school on 79th. That's why I'm like, it ain't that crazy.
You tripping?
And I went to grammar school on the east side of 79th and came home to the west side of 79th. I used to go to school at Ruggles on 79th and Prairie.
Yeah.
And I lived on 79th and Loomis.
It's not a good neighborhood on 79th Street from the lake to Western. It ain't one good neighborhood on 79th. That's the worst street in Chicago on the south side. It ain't one good neighborhood on 79th Street.
When I lived on 79th and Loomis, like,
it was cool.
Maybe the next
neighborhood.
not a cool neighborhood, but maybe if you go to the next block over, it was bullshit. Either side, like left, right, up, down. Yeah. But that block in particular, it was low key. So it was just like, I could deal with it. Let me go stand on this bus stop on 79th real quick,
right?
And it wouldn't be that bad.
Maybe it's a girl thing, so I don't know. Being a 16-year-old boy on 79th Street at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when Hirsch getting out and Simeon is getting out, and that shit was like a jungle. It was like...
So it was like a jungle.
It was. Yeah, it was like some bullshit every day. And then I had to get off the bus and 103rd and Hostage is getting sent up, and I know some of these niggas because I stay down the street. It was hectic. So I wasn't wearing no book bags to school because one of the niggas finna jump on me and I had to drop my book bag anyway. So
like we used to like cool. I'm not gonna say we. They
Nah, you was a part of that shit. I heard it. I did my research, so I know.
No,
I'm gonna tell your story
that.
in a minute.
Don't say that, because I was A1, a little angel. Okay. Yeah, like the Morgan Park bus used to get sent up. You know, the 103rd bus used to get sent up. Like, I used to be praying for y'all other schools, cause y'all ain't want no smoke. But Julian was giving out all the smoke.
Yeah, y'all was a pretty bad school. It was pretty violent.
Y'all was a pretty bad school.
It was some shit, and I seen some wild fights in front of Heroes. I was sitting on the porch when the black hole thing happened, right there on 103rd.
Oh my God, that messed me up so bad.
Yeah, that
like,
shit took me out.
That was my homie. Like,
I just seen everybody get off the bus on Union and break out running. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I turned on the news. Like,
I had just made it home. Look, that's how I got PTSD. Maybe
you probably do.
Oh my God, maybe I do. I had just got home.
I can see it in your eyes. Yeah, like,
Don't lie on me. Now, tell me you can see it in my eyes. Maybe, but yeah, I had just got home and got a phone call that the bus had got shot up, and then right afterwards, a whole story came out, and then get home and see it on the news too. It was just like, it's pretty damn big. By the time I made it to the hospital, we was on our way to the hospital, and we had just got the call that he died while we was on the way to the hospital, and the police had pulled us over. Me and my homie Troy that went to Simeon, actually.
Troy, yeah. Yeah, oh boy.
We was on our way there. As we were on our way there, police pulled us over, and he was just like, you know, why are you speeding? He was just like, our friend just died or whatever. He was just like, oh, you said what? Your friend just died? Okay, well, there's no need to be in a rush then.
Yeah, they be on bullshit. That don't even surprise me in the least bit.
And we was in Oakland, so I was just like, I'm just so hurt right now. Like, I really wish you could pull off right now. Like, it was bad. Yeah,
this police is reckless. I just had a situation with police last night at Henny Q. Did you go to Henny Q?
No, I didn't.
You missed Henny Q?
Yeah,
Are you sad? You should be. It was lit.
Tell me it was lit.
Yeah.
You should be.
You should feel. Yeah, you should feel bad about that.
And I definitely was in the
lit.
house. I was definitely in the house. Like, I don't have nothing to do. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, the white shirts was at the bullshit last night. Last unpopular opinion before we move on. All right, this is a sticky one because I know you're on curse on your show, so I don't know if you have a Christian show. Is it a Christian show?
No, it's not.
Do y'all talk about sex on your show?
Yes, we do. We have a whole relationship question where we get to the nitty gritty, so be prepared for that.
I'm with everything. You must don't watch this show. We talk about everything. So, unpopular opinion, sex.
My unpopular opinion about sex?
Yeah.
Just overall?
Yeah. What's your unpopular opinion? What is something that you hear all the time and you be like, nah, that shit ain't it?
Head. Like, head is not all that to me. Maybe I ain't had nobody to do it right, like, but it's not the end all be all for sex for me, like.
So that's unpopular. Well, I hear women say that sometimes. I hear a lot of women say they never came in their life, regardless of head or whatever. So they kind of don't even have a preference, which is bad.
I can't relate to that.
Right.
As far as never.
But head just ain't it for you.
Nah, I never came off head.
So for me, I like. My friends clown me for it all the time. Like, they get down on me for it, but, like, I was never into head until, like, probably, like, 2 years ago. But all through college, like, my friend, like, I wasn't so not into head at all.
Oh, I was so not into it.
I wasn't into it. I was cool on that shit. And my guys would be like, bro, you're tweaking. Like, that's better than sex. Like, head is, like, better than sex. So, like, my guy would go, like, smash a girl and, like, say her head was crazy. So, like, I go, you know, now I want to see. And then, like, it wasn't shit. Like, I'm just like, bro, like, is something wrong with me? Like, y'all bragging about that her head is so good and it's not. Like, and my homie was like, bro, like somebody was like, my homie was like, you never came out here for? I'm like, nah. I'm like, bro, I just be chilling with. He's like, nah, bro, you gotta like really try. You gotta like tense up and squeeze your ass cheeks together and like
tense up and
focus all your energy into your dick and try to like come. And I'm just like, bro,
do yoga and
you not. I'm like, that's not good. Like, you just supposed to come from the shit. But yeah, head is like awkward for me. Like, I can't like I don't even like getting head standing up. Like, I can't come from head standing up. I gotta like lay down. Yeah.
You got to be in the zone. You got to be in your yoga piece.
I gotta like really focus. I gotta think about Alicia Keys and all type of weird shit.
Oh, hell nah.
Yeah.
Then he just ain't for you. We on the same page. Like.
Yeah. But a few years ago, I met a girl who like was like, she was legit.
Yeah.
So your Prince Charming might be coming. Cause I met a girl, man, and I'm like, shit, I was what, 26 at the time. So 26 years of living, I finally met a girl. Yeah. I'm just real particular about like, she can't, like, I gotta be laying down. She can't be like right here. She has to be like to the side. For real. She gotta be like off to the side. She gotta like
I was trying to
twerk
do
or
this
something while she doing it.
without not snorting.
You snorted like sure.
I was really trying to keep my snorting to a bare minimum. Now that you gotta be to the side.
Yeah, I'm real particular about it.
But you know what? Now that I think about it, like, I don't want no nigga giving me no head with his booty up in the air. Like, certain stuff is just like,
yeah, that's wild to say.
Nah, sir, nah. Nah. Come on.
How do you say that to a guy though? Like, boy, get your ass out there. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, what you gonna say?
Me being me, yeah, I damn near will say that. Like, boy, get your ass out the air. Like, that's just fuck around and kick him in his stomach. I'm sorry. Like,
how you gonna do that?
Sorry. Come on.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So, our topic for the day we're gonna dive into right now is cultural appropriation. Okay, so we think cultural appropriation, we often look at it as a lot of white people who try to mimic black culture, whether it be how they dress, how they wear their hair. You might see white boys with braids or dreads. You might see white girls with I remember they was calling them the Kim Kardashian braids. Like, they go straight back. It's like black girls been wearing this shit forever. And you know what I'm saying? Now that Kim Kardashian do it, it's like a trend. It's a thing. And it's like, it's some shit that we've been doing.
I'm not gonna let you get down on my girl Kim K though.
Yeah, I don't fuck with her at all.
I could tell because you said something about her over there, and it's just like.
So, I'm gonna read you something that I came across on Twitter. That kind of got Twitter kind of lit. Okay, this dude, it's a black guy. This is a black man.
Okay.
He says, black people will complain about racism, but gladly terrorize, bully, and oppress non-black people for something as little as a hairstyle. Meanwhile, y'all not even comfortable with your motherland. Darling, talking to the white girl. Darling, rock your braids with pride. Let the assholes in the comments go hug a tree. What do you think about that?
I feel like his opinion is his opinion. He shouldn't be judged off his opinion, but at some points he's making a little sense. Like, black people are our own worst enemies. We don't support our own businesses. You know, we stereotype each other the same way we don't want other races to do. We do it to ourselves. So it's certain points that he made that's just like, okay, I get it. But then too, a lot of times the black people make fun of other races, like, and when the shoe is on the other foot, we can't handle it or we can't take it. So it's just like,
right.
It's how you look at this, like, everything overall. Like,
right.
What is your opinion on it, sir?
I completely disagree with it. I thought it was bullshit. I disagree with it. I do think, you know, black people obviously we make fun of other races, but I don't think it matters.
And to a certain degree, why though? Like, why don't it matter? But we get offended when somebody say nigga.
Using a racial slur and making fun of somebody, two different things. But I think that it don't matter because, like, even like me hating a Mexican person or disliking a Mexican person, right? It don't do nothing to their life. It's just like, I don't like broccoli, so what? I don't like Mexicans, like, so what? It's not hurting anybody.
How do you know that though?
I don't have the power to not give them a job. I don't have a power to, like, oppress this person, right? So when I look at it, like, when white people decide they don't like somebody, it's over for them. You get what I'm saying? So, like, for example, if Kim Kardashian, like, let's say black women are, like, demonized for wearing a hairstyle. Like, it's not professional. You can't come to work with that. You look ratchet. You look ghetto.
My good old red hair.
Yeah, like, so you look down upon for wearing this, right? So for 15, 20 years, this hairstyle been out. Black women been getting shitted on for wearing this. Kim Kardashian wear the hairstyle, now it's a trend. Now everybody can wear it. It's the hottest shit out, right? So that I feel like that should make us feel away. The thing when you flip that and you look at like, let's look at black males for example. We've been sagging our pants for how long? For however long, right? And the world, white people look at that and say you look like a thug, right?
Yeah.
So you associate that with danger, crime, all of these things, and that puts your life in danger as a black man. Because now, if a white person decides I look like a thug because I'm sagging my pants, that means the media thinks I'm a thug. That means the world sees me as a thug, whether I ever did a crime in my life or not.
Right.
So
you got an automatic target on your back.
yeah, now when I'm walking the street, my life is literally in danger, like other black people.
Oh yes, come on,
Uh-oh.
come on.
All right, we got a caller. Let me see. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you, yo. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Damn,
I
hate
can't
a
hear you,
shy
and I'm
bitch.
shooting right now, so you live on Forever Shot, Never Shot. What's going on? What you need?
You called me.
Yeah, I did call you, but now I'm recording, and now we live. So we talking
What?
about cultural appropriation, and since you just called in the show, we're going to ask you your opinion, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we talking about cultural appropriation, and this is actually my co-host Simone. She's not here right now,
I'm sorry you're not here, Simone. Like
so we got
we could have had a whole lot of as Diamond and Crime Mob just said on the Breakfast Club, vagina power. Like, cause he
vagina power.
yeah, you need to watch the Breakfast Club. It's how I keep up with everything. You know?
So Simone, no vagina power here. So we have B Richie as our guest today, and the topic
Hey,
is.
how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
So the topic cultural appropriation. We spoke briefly about this, about how, you know, black people can easily get offended when a race says something about us, but yet we talk about other races. And as much as, you know, we complain about racism, we often do, you know, talk down on white people for wearing black hairstyles and things like that. Which you already know, I feel like, you know, I'm on the black side 100%. What do you think?
I like you said, we talked about this a little earlier this week. So I feel like I'm always gonna ride with black people forever. But I think that we got to keep that same energy. Just like I feel like we make fun, especially like in stand-up comedy and things that nature. Like we make fun of like Asians, we may make fun of white people, we may make fun of all different types of people. We make fun of Arabs, all of that. But the moment
Make
the
it
moment
make sense
that
to him, sis. Make it make sense to him, because I was just saying the exact same thing.
But the moment that somebody says something about us, it's like, oh, you a racist. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Let's get them fired. Let's get them this. Let's get them that. And it's like, you got to keep that same energy. You get what I'm saying? You can't get up there and say, ting, or, you know what I'm saying?
Talking about how
I don't know. Like they make a bunch of different things, or, you know, make fun about Arabs having like 7-Elevens, or, you know, mate
or
accent.
their turbans.
Yeah, that's definitely when you talking about cultural appropriation, or the what is that thing called? Well, a lot of women, they put it on a. It's a. I guess it's not necessarily a term. It's like one of those things. Yeah. And we put them on all the time. We don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that it's just inappropriate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So all right. So I was kind of in the middle of a point when you called, so I'm gonna kind of just finish that and then reply to you, or probably let B Richie reply to you. So I was saying, like, when it comes to like black people and our culture and things like that. So you might have women that get oppressed for years for wearing a certain hairstyle, and then Kim Kardashian wear it, and now it's okay. I think black women should feel a way about that. When you talk about, I was using an example of like guys, black males sagging their pants. Like when we sag our pants, they label us as this is how a thug dresses, blase, right?
Right.
So now, when that happens and that gets to the media and that gets to the world looks at us the way white people look at us. So if white people decide we look like a thug, we look like a thug to the world, and we look like a thugs to each other. Like we also look at each other the way the media tells us to look at each other. So now I'm in danger. Like the police is looking at me like a thug. Other people on the street look at me like a thug. So that kind of heightens the danger in my life. Then Justin Bieber can sag his pants, and live like completely free of any of the shit that I have to go through for sagging my pants. So he stole some shit that I did, and he can walk freely with it. It's cool. He's just a young urban singer. Like, no one's judging him, no one's labeling him, none of that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, that's the problem with cultural appropriation, as far as like, if I don't like a white person, or if I feel a way about a white person, they don't have to give a fuck, because it's not going to affect their life, because I'm a minority and I don't have the power to harm them from my opinion. They have the power to harm us by their opinion. So I feel like it holds more weight on that, on the white side.
I feel like for me, overall, when it comes to terms of who has to say so, I feel like social media has to say so at the end of the day. Okay. What social media puts on you is what you look like, what they look at you as, pretty much. And for us as a race, we don't know what the next race go through, because we're dealing with how we're looked at as a race. And a topic, well, not even a topic, a point that you touched on earlier was just pretty much how black men are looked at and how black women are looked at. There's always going to be a difference in that lane. Right. But we don't know what the next race goes through, because we're not that next race. We don't see, what Hispanics are going through. We don't see what Arabians are going through. Like, even with this whole ICE situation, like, that's something that we'll never be able to have to experience. Yeah, we'll never have to understand.
We've been through some similar shit now. It was 500 years ago, but
I'm saying, like, in this day and age, being taken away from your kids, families being ripped apart.
Directly, we would never understand it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think also we gotta consider it. We have different struggles than our ancestors have. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking away from the struggles that we have today. But they're going, like you said, they're going through the similar things that our ancestors are going through. Absolutely. You get what I'm saying? And we like, that is wild, but we don't even know the half. Right. They feeling it. And a whole, you get what I'm saying? They feeling it right now. Think about how we would feel if that's what we was dealing with right now. And we got a whole different type of generation. We talk from a whole different cloth. A lot of us sensitive as fuck. A lot of us want to crying about shit that, you know what I'm saying?
Don't really matter.
Like, exactly. Our ancestors be like, give me them problems. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that, like you said, we're super. We don't want to be talked about. We don't want to be touched. Like you can't say shit about a black person.
Yeah, we super sensitive.
But a black person can say everything about you. You get what I'm saying? And it's different. And a lot of people compare it to, well, we were enslaved for 400 years and this and that. But we weren't enslaved by Mexicans, and we weren't enslaved by Arabs. And you know what I'm saying? But we talk about they had
Asians.
And to my point, as far as I feel like when when the minorities go back and forth, it's just like me roasting you right now. It really don't is it right? You know what I'm saying? I can't say something about you then get sensitive when you say something about me. I do agree on that standpoint. I just feel like none of it really hold no weight. You know what I'm saying? It only really hold weight when you got somebody who's a minority who can really oppress you and fuck your whole life up by they having an opinion on you.
I think it holds weight, especially if black people don't care black people don't care who you are. You get what I'm saying? Of course we gonna feel differently for white people, but let an Asian person say something about us, we getting them fired. You get what I'm saying? Especially if it's on social media. Who is this? Yeah. Who is she?
Like I said,
find her job, find them. It don't matter if you're Mexican. It don't matter who you is. You say something about black people like, oh no. Right. But we got hella, like you said, we got hella comedians. People stand up. Like that woman the other day, she made a joke about Triple X, right? Right. Made a whole joke about Triple X and his death. People got her fired. Motherfuckers make jokes about everybody.
White.
Yeah, black motherfuckers get canceled now too on the comedians. Don't get it twisted.
No,
like,
but
a black motherfucker say the wrong thing, they get canceled.
It's going back to my point, as social media dictates what's okay and what's not okay. Right. Because she was white.
Motherfuckers been making jokes about everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying LeVar Ball just got canceled off ESPN for like the smallest thing he said to a Latino woman. I want to take it. Like I want to take my game to. I take my game to the next level with you. He canceled ESPN. Can't come back on. He banned. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it work on both sides. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fair game. I do agree with y'all. It's like, you can't be sensitive if on that note. But another side of cultural appropriation to me is that, like, we do it a lot. Like, and Simone kind of touched on that. Like, we can't, like, it's one thing. I only have a problem when it comes to, like, things that affect our daily lives. But when it comes to, like, music and fashion and shit like that, we do it a lot. Like, I think through probably forever throughout the years of black people being in America, we've always had our own lane of fashion. Yeah. I think now we're dressing more European than probably we ever have. You get what I'm saying? We used to take they shit and kind of mix it with our swag and shit like that. Now it's like niggas is like European head to toe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the designer shit.
Yeah. But then too,
that plays into
like,
it.
I think it's all just a big mix. Like I said, at the end of the day, for me, what I look at and see is social media make the rules.
Right.
If it wasn't for social media, where would a lot of us be today? Where would a lot of our opinions matter? Like,
right.
It wouldn't. Oh, man.
We lost Simone. So, I mean, yeah. So, even like, I look at like Nicki Minaj. She makes a lot of EMD music. Lil Wayne kind of crossed over to the rock and roll lane.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Even though a lot of people would say black people invented rock and roll, it's still like white people kind of adopted that into their culture. We left it alone. Who else you got? Old Town Road. That was like a big issue. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, a big issue and a big hit too.
Yeah, I don't think we don't really stay all the way in our lane as far as culture. But when a white person do it, we like Post Malone come through, it's kind of like, who the fuck is he? Like,
yeah.
When 6ix9ine come through, it's kind of like it's a
think,
problem.
I really just seen like a commercial or something. It was something for some type of show. God, I can't think. Maybe no, it was a trailer for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And they're getting ready to have a white artist on there, a white rap artist. I can't think of his name, but they pretty much asked him, like, you know, his comfortability with being a rap artist in pretty much a black male-dominated field. And he was just like, you know, it's not about me being comfortable. It's about pretty much y'all being comfortable and accepting that I'm going to do music and this is the type of music that I'm going to do.
Right.
So it's just like, it's different lanes for everybody. What we accept at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's on me. It's about what social media adapts to.
Right. So I want to get a little bit more like, kind of like on the subculture of cultural appropriation. So we're talking about white and black. Let's talk about cities. What do we think about it when it comes to cities? Because when I go a lot of places, sometimes, ever since Chief Keef blew up, right? Sometimes it does kind of annoy me to like hear some of the variations of how people like take our lingo and use it a different way.
Yeah. And like Dot, oh my God, when Dot got worldwide, it killed me.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't change the meaning so much that I don't even remember what the first meaning of it was when it was in Chicago and like originated.
Right.
It was just like, yeah, they do it regularly. Like,
yeah. So I don't know, like that kind of irks me sometimes because I got people from Atlanta that tell me Cap came from Atlanta. They'll tell me like certain shit that I know came from Chicago that I heard. Like Future started saying this shit in like 2015. I know niggas was saying this shit since 2012.
And I was about to say they gotta think that Future got Chicago ties.
Right.
And his ties go back that far. Like, he has those type of ties, and it's just like, come on now, Chicago is a pretty creative place. Like, a lot of music influence stemmed from when Chief Keef came out.
Yeah.
Like, so even the way that we rap today is, you know, a form of the city.
Yeah. All right, so before we wrap it up, I do want to touch on Iggy Azalea because she's somebody who like always catch heat for cultural appropriation. She is white. She's from Australia. As far as how she dresses, how she wears, you know, her style is, you know, it's
urban.
It's very urban, and she always caught the heat for that. And she, her body is like, she's shaped like a black woman.
Cold. I ain't gonna.
She cold.
hate
Yeah,
her.
she cold.
I ain't even gonna hate on Iggy. She cold, but I don't know. It's just something about her that I can't rock with.
So let's see. She was asked in an interview by BET about cultural appropriation, and these are some of her comments. I'm still gonna. So they were basically asking her, you know, how she feels about the backlash on the internet and things like that. And her response was, "I'm still gonna make the same type of music and still be ridiculous and larger than life. So I can't be that fucking sorry about it." So she was pretty like direct.
I would say straightforward with
She's
it.
pretty much straightforward.
She's not gonna change who she is just because us as a society don't feel like it's politically correct, or not even politically correct, but who she should be.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody, at the end of the day, when we come out of the womb, it ain't for us to say, oh, I'm going to be this or I'm going to be that. It's around who we around that give us a vibe that make us want to be who we are creatively.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is for her. She want to be a creative person in her own right. Like, I don't necessarily rock with her because I just feel like maybe it's not who she is as a person.
Right. She don't come off genuine to you?
No, I don't. But then too, I don't know her. I never listened to her music, so it's just like I listened to a couple of her songs. I can't relate other than a couple of her songs, like her radio hits. So it's just like I don't know if this who she is regularly. I don't know if she probably was raised or been around black people all her life, because majority of the time, if you're of another nationality and you're around black people, you tend to adapt to that culture.
Right.
Like you tend to sound black. You tend to dress like us. You tend to start eating like us, so you have that shape like us. So it's just like,
what you gonna eat to get that shape?
Some chicken, some mashed potatoes, rice, cabbage. Or you rice and your cabbage?
I'm gonna send the next chick out there the meal plan. Let me take notes. What you talking about? Mashed potatoes and chicken. That's gonna get you that Iggy Azalea in your body.
Popeyes, that New Orleans Popeyes.
All right. Yeah, I do feel like with Iggy, it's tough. Some of the other comments she was saying was more so speaking towards. She's like, basically, you don't have to be black to deal with some of the experiences of like struggle and things like that. Like, you don't have to be black to grow up poor and rap about it. You don't have to be black to feel oppression and rap about it. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that. Because black people have been through so much at different times, that it's kind of hard to remember that like the other people go through shit too.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but then that takes me back to the point that I said earlier. We can only relate to our struggles because they're our struggles. Like, we don't know what the next race has been through. Like,
I feel.
Because I'm like, I don't know if she's been around black people, and that's why,
Yeah. She do come off a little weird though at times. Last thing before we get up out of here.
Just me, I'm glad. Okay.
Jeff Epstein. I don't know if it's Epstein. Billionaire, accused of sex trafficking, a disgusting crime.
Pedophilia, all that good stuff. I feel like R. Kelly next.
And sex trafficking?
No, he not already been charged for that.
Right.
Yeah.
You think he gonna go down for the trafficking? Though? I know he's a pedophile for sure.
I'm just saying,
But
as far as
trafficking,
killing himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think.
I hope not.
Yeah, they say he's very emotional in there, so.
That's
He's
tough.
been begging and pleading for bail, like this man has been. So, I don't put it past that. He might try.
So, Epstein, billionaire arrested. They didn't give him a bail, which was smart. I mean, he's a billionaire. He's gonna pay it and get out.
Absolutely.
He's obviously a huge flight risk because he's a billionaire. He doesn't get a bail. He's found on July 23rd in his cell with marks on his neck, unconscious. And they were saying it might have been an attempted suicide. So he goes on suicide watch, and he has a psychological evaluation every day. He gets off suicide watch July 29th. 6 days.
And go crazy.
Did that sound a little crazy to you? You try to kill yourself and you get on suicide watch with psychological evaluation for 6 days?
But see, I don't know law. I can't speak on that because
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
what it's like to be in jail and what their process is. Like, I don't want to be putting my foot in my mouth and be like,
Well, just to maybe, I don't know, this might give a little context, but I got a homie who got stabbed and with no real, it didn't do no real damage other than it was a wound, just a regular wound, and he was able to sit in medical wing for 2.5 months. So this nigga's on he's on suicide watch for 6 days. But you gotta
think with him being stabbed, he was around other inmates.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how the no womb stuff work, but then too, he tried to do this to himself. He ain't have nothing but marks around his neck. So if he telling them, yeah, I'm okay, they probably did put him back, in his cell and let him be.
It just seemed a little irresponsible to me. That's all. And then he ends up killing himself maybe 2 weeks later. He ends up committing suicide. He's found, dead in a cell. It's a few conspiracy theories about this out already. One of the theories is,
oh y'all,
I love
Black Twitter. Look, Black Twitter. What they I can't even get it out. Come on, say it for me.
So one of them is that with him being a billionaire and having so many ties with other billionaires and running a sex trafficking ring, there was a fear that he was going to tell on everybody. Which of course he was going to. He's a fucking billionaire in jail. He's telling on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they had him killed. That was a theory. Like he was probably going to take everybody down with him. They didn't want him to talk. They had him killed. You buying that one? I'm not buying that one. It's illogical.
I don't know. I just feel like he might have did it himself. Like he couldn't take that being in jail. Like for me, I just feel like when you're a pedophile, it's certain stuff and a certain lifestyle that you used to live in.
Right.
When you can't live that lifestyle, it gets to you.
Right.
It got to him to the point that he was just like, I'll pay whatever for bail. Just get me out of here.
Right.
And on top of that, when you're in jail with that type of crime, you're looked at a certain type of way. It don't matter, if you was going to tell on people or not, you still looked at a certain type of way just because you did this type of crime.
Yeah.
I would say with that, he probably got taunted in jail, beat up, scared to come out of his cell, whatever the case may be.
I'm pretty sure he's not in contact with nobody in jail as a billionaire. I'm pretty sure he put up real nice somewhere.
Maybe.
Watching TV all day.
Maybe, but how we know?
Right.
Like we don't know that. He could have been put in general population just because let's fuck with him.
This is my conspiracy theory.
Come on, what's your
I created my own. But I seen another nigga say the same thing. Conspiracy theory?
Yeah,
try it out. Just try it. Say it slow.
I can't.
Just try it.
That first one is nope, it ain't coming out. So
so this is my theory. Show me the body. I don't think he did. I don't think he killed himself. I think he did.
Show me the
I think
body.
He got enough money to disappear.
Why,
when is the funeral?
Why is black people like that?
Because I don't believe shit that they say. I don't believe that this man killed himself. I don't believe that as a billionaire if you was a billionaire sex trafficker, you probably feel like you obviously you feel like you live above the law. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. So I don't believe that you sat in jail for a little while and felt like I have no hope I'm going to kill myself. I'm pretty sure you felt like I'm going to beat this shit.
After the no bail?
I'm pretty sure he felt like he had enough money to beat this shit.
And that's what I'm saying. After he got, like, you went to court, I'll do whatever. I'll pay this, that, and third amount of money. And it was just like, and he got denied bail.
Yeah.
That was the end all be all for him. Like, no, I'm really finna sit in here. Like, I really gotta wait. The trial, they really must got something on me. If I gotta wait till a trial, I might as well just say, fuck it.
Show me the body.
That's just like these people with R. Kelly.
Show me his
body.
body.
Show me the sex tape. Y'all can't see the sex tape. These is kids.
I saw the sex tape. He did that shit.
He told me he did that shit. Whatever they say he did that shit.
He did that shit.
No, but I'm talking about
I saw the shit. I was like 10 when I saw the shit. It was wild
I'm talking about the new ones. Everybody, I want to see
I don't need to see the new ones. That's how the old ones. That's wild.
But even with the new ones, like, that's still child porn. Y'all know they were selling this stuff as DVDs and on the street because if you got caught with that, you're getting charged, like, for like.
That's strong.
Child pedophilia. Like,
that is wild though. Cause I think when my auntie bought it home, like she bought it, I was like 10 or 11. I remember this shit. And when we found the tape, like it was like a cover, like a nigga had made like it looked like a real like
a different
like she bought this shit out of Best Buy or something. It had a real cover on it and everything. It was reckless. Wild as hell. And at 10, I didn't look at it like, oh, child porn. The girl's older than me, shit.
Exactly, but then
now
you
that
got
you're saying that, it's like, that's crazy.
You
Niggas was
can't
out here
see
selling
that.
child porn.
Yeah, you can't see
reckless.
that. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
if anybody see it, it's gonna be the jury, just because they have to see it for evidence sake. Like,
Right.
we not just finna be out here seeing all the latest tapes that he got now. No,
Yeah,
these kids was minors. Like,
I need to see that. Yeah. Show me the body, though. I don't believe this nigga's dead, yo. This nigga's not dead, bro. He paid to disappear. He with Tupac.
I would say, so you on your Tupac theory?
Nah, Tupac dead as hell. I mean, Tupac is dead, but...
You ain't just see his latest picture on Instagram?
Nah, he had a new picture?
Oh, he got a new picture. Nah, like a couple of... Suge Knight's son, I think, said he was still alive. You ain't see that? That was a minute ago. Like, the beginning of this year, Tupac was alive.
Tupac have a funeral? What was Tupac funeral at? We gotta do our research.
Oh,
G.
my
He might
God.
still be out there. Nah, but this white dude's still out here somewhere. He paid to disappear.
I don't believe that.
We ain't never gonna know, but
I
he
don't
paid
believe
to
that.
disappear.
I don't believe that. For me, I just feel like, let him rest. Let my good Gemini brother rest.
Who?
Tupac.
The pedophile dude? Oh.
No, Tupac. No, I ain't dare talking about the pedophile.
Alright.
He,
So your birthday just passed.
yeah,
What was it?
June 19th.
That's what's up. You an old head.
You steady trying it. Like you ain't 1 year younger than me. Steady trying it. Disrespectful.
All right, B Richie, we appreciate you for coming on the show. You welcome back.
No.
Whenever you want to come back.
I mean, yeah, I have to come back when it's all the co-hosts with you.
Yeah.
But, you're welcome to my show this Tuesday.
Right.
So I can hear all about your podcast, your co-host, what you have going on. And, of course, we're going to dive into the relationship stuff. We're going to have the popping topic, which is going to be about podcasting overall.
That sound lit.
Yeah, so make sure y'all tune in to Bro Code by B Richie, as well as Forever Shy, Not Shy.
All right, man. Shout out to Trophy Gang Nation. Oh, Trophy Gang Nation. You got to shout them out before you get on. Say shout out to Trophy Gang Nation.
Shout out to Sour Patch Media.
Shout out to Sour Patch Media.
Yeah, and shout out to who?
Trophy Gang.
Trophy Gang. Shout out to Trophy Gang.
That's all black men. It's trophies.
I don't know about that because I ain't found my trophy yet. So
Yeah.
shout out to Trophy Gang.
You'll run that race one day.
Why does it always have to end up like this? 'Cause you